for a second there.
Hello.
Let me in.
Let me in.
Let me in. Oh, there we
It
go.
knows you're gonna say slurs.
It's so mad at me, refreshing so much.
It's so upset.
Let me the fuck in.
Is
There
so
we go.
pissed.
Jesus.
It just wants to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna do? Right, I was gonna bring it up on Twitch on my phone.
Now I have to stop watching.
Now
Drag
it's
Race,
saying
which is
live.
making
There we
me
go.
mad.
That's
Let me
me.
mute that stream. There we go.
Wow.
You knocked the hair tie over, Scully. Don't look at me. I'm not the kitty cat that knocked over the toy she was playing with. Today.
Yeah, what's your fucking problem, Scully?
I didn't do it this time. It was you.
For once.
So, Scully, you're just gonna sit here eating pizza? She's looking at me confused.
I'm gonna do
and
that.
mad. I'm going to after the stream. My plans are we finish this route. We hopefully raid AV during her stream. And I eat some pizza.
And then we die.
Pizza.
Then we die.
Mm-hmm.
Death.
Die the death.
Oh,
Fuck.
yeah, she might.
Oh shit, there's people already. Damn, I guess we should... I'm used to having a few extra minutes. So is everyone
It said like 5 when I looked.
That's fair. Listen, I'm still in the mindset of 2 is a lot.
I mean, most Twitch streams have 0, so...
Yeah.
We're already ahead of the game. We're in
You're
the top
already
percentile.
doing, you know, an infinite amount better than them.
Well, for those who missed it, Scully, please don't play off that chord. We are hoping to finish this route today. Ooh, I have to get my...
Yeah, how many days is it? Like a week?
Just about. Like, I think we have 4 more days.
We're on 5.
Because I think it's 2, 2, then 2, then 2, then ending. I think. I'm like 90% sure, but also I'm kind of...
I guess that makes sense. I guess we'll see.
Well,
We shall see.
we've got some mail to look at
I have
first.
no patience. Ever.
Listen, don't worry. Don't worry. It is how it is. Who wants to voice Nyx for this email? Who's... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. It's Iapetus. Fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I wasn't sure if we already read this.
We
But I
read
guess not, because it's highlighted.
the first one.
Oh, there's 2 of them. Well, excuse me. Okay.
There's Nyx herself going, I quit. Fuck you.
Oh, and him replying publicly. That's so cringe.
Yeah, Iapetus sucks ass. Wait, why is my mouse... There we go. Nyx.
Uh-oh.
Nyx. Uh-oh?
Oh, I was just gonna say, uh-oh. Accidentally replied all to the resignation letter.
I thought you meant the whole volume being low. Anyway, Nyx, you fundamentally misunderstood the purpose of pursuing the dream of space. I never sought to correct you, after all. All of the great things you've accomplished are the result of that misunderstanding. Did the tone wrong on that. Put wrong emphasis, wrong places. Do you believe that your dream, so universally loved, was loved because we wanted it to come true? This wasn't the case, of course, even though I think Memorial Foundation truly believed that they wanted the same as you. But as the tides of Earth turn, they realized in their own hearts that they are not the forefront of humanity's change, but slaves to its whims. To protect human culture means to always be at its beck and call, no matter what it becomes. And their dream is one of overwhelming power that will unlock the last mysteries and cement our authority forever. What your children achieved with freedom from gravity, we will have the power to determine on our own. I hope you can understand the depth of my gratitude to you for exploring these ideas, that they might one day belong to us. And then there's the Academy student research records regarding Mercury.
That's me.
Authored by Europa, which does mean during Nate's route, who do we want to voice Europa and who do we want to voice Halamede?
I don't know.
So Europa's going to be there in the beginning of missions and the chat and is like the lesbian mommy dom. and hell needs a bratty princess.
Vote now in chat.
Actually, yeah, people in chat. Who do
Yeah.
you want between me and Otter? Who do you want to be the mommy dom, and who do you want to be the bratty princess at the ending?
I mean, you guys are already playing that, so you could either do it the same or you could switch it, I guess. It's like Pluto and Saturn are already, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
You know.
You know. Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll have Otter will be Europa. That's a twist.
Okay, so I will read this.
Are you guys a switch or?
Yeah. The funny thing is that does mean come Nate's route, primary chats are still Nate and Otter, which is very funny to me. Go on though.
Hell yeah. Of all the Generation 3 pilots, Mercury is far and away the one most best suited to actually be a pilot, to the degree I'd be terrified of giving that position to any other one of Iapetus's nightmare brats. So there's absolutely no chance that he'll be assigned, of course. He really is trying to maximize. What I want to impress, however, is that Mercury is still someone Iapetus chose personally for the pilot role when he served himself during the Cold War, alongside the current second tier candidate, Saturn. Mercury used to be a lot different, which is obvious. A lot of our pilots used to be a lot different for reasons only space can explain. I think reducing it to Mercury's personal stake is as incomplete a reading as it would be for any of the other pilots in celestial mechanics. Some of them even know exactly what they're doing, Mercury most of all. I don't think he has petulant grudges against humanity. He's just very critical.
Damn. Hey, I think
I'm
the
always
adults
saying
kind of
this.
suck. I say
What makes you
despite the
say
fact
that?
we play adults, but like, you know. You know who doesn't suck?
Don't make it sound like I hate following command any less than you.
Don't worry. I would never doubt that. Hey, Mercury. Why are you still with Celestial Mechanics?
Why are you? If you still are, that is. You're the one who can choose.
Mercury.
Oh, don't. If you hadn't hijacked String of Pearls, you'd be here like me, just waiting. To see if it's true that we can become what comes after being human.
Hey, real quick question. Just quick question. Hey, what's the title of this this stream right now?
Piss. I don't know, because I have it covered. Oh, I see.
Hell
That's
yeah,
me.
brother.
I said that.
You said that.
Well, I have the actual game window covering them. I don't want that for you. I certainly don't trust or believe in celestial mechanics or Iapetus. But wasn't that the worst part? Even if he decided we weren't good enough to be chosen pilots, neither of us left. He knew we wouldn't leave because we already wanted it too much.
Do you still want that more than anything else?
I don't know. I know what I don't want, and it's to have nothing to show for it.
Nothing to show for what?
Coming to space, going to the academy, never having a chance to fight in the Cold War, not having a say either way, falling stupidly for the worst man alive. I'm counting on you, Saturn, to give me something better than just the same Earth we left.
You never have to worry about that. I have only the highest ambitions for us.
Those girls you're flirting with better have a decent future for us, is all that I'm saying.
Sure, fine, okay. Only if it's a really good one. If nothing else. I'll make sure that he doesn't get the future he wanted.
Any future for the future he wants is good. Give me and Ganymede a good place there, wherever and wherever it is.
More like Ganymede.
Ganymede, bye. How dare you?
Little gay boy. Alright.
I'm leaving.
What mission do we want to do first at the Lagrange colony? Lagrange. Do we want to deal with Pluto or Lunati? Vote now on your phones. Oh, man. Uh-huh.
I'm reading the descriptions.
Oh, which ones become stars?
What does that mean?
Damn. Yeah, probably sexual. It sounds kind of horny. So does Deeper
Sounds a
Cuts.
little horny.
I think these might be kind of horny.
This game is horny? What?
You think this game is horny?
I think this game might be horny. Are we going with... is Koji going to be the only... Oh. Hello, not Miki. Speaking of
Hey, not
Miki, where are
Miki.
my keys? I have a Kozue and Miki Utena, like, double-sided charm on it that I fucking adore. I should cosplay Kozue one of these days. Anyway. Which one is the fight? Oh, is it Deeper Cuts, Johnny? Do you want Deeper Cuts?
Well, we have one vote for each then.
And Coffee, what are you voting for? Just yeah. Oh wait, no, you're saying yeah to my Utena thing. Right, I forgot because of the conversation we had the other day about Utena. Is someone gonna be the tiebreaker? Please? Please?
No.
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 I'm just a little guy. It's my birthday. I'm just a little birthday
No.
boy.
No.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
That's me. Alright.
In the Garden District, closest to the malfunctioning and broken tidal reactor that kept the colony together, time and space aren't quite right. It's the perfect place for a real fight. How deep under Luna Terra's skin do you think she can get? Launch.
This place.
You don't feel like seeing home again? Aw, come on. Don't tell me you don't have any fond memories of the Academy.
I do, despite myself, and that's why I don't have any wish to see it like this. A ruined garden that only reminds us how weak the gravity of this whole venture really was compared to Earth. Not to mention it was all for something completely worthless, too.
Wait, now you're grumbling about a mission? This is historic.
Lagrange reactor is just a hollow shell, and there's barely an advantage to have in getting in it. This better be a trap to use you as bait to get Memorial Foundation off our trail.
Oh no, what a terrible trap to fall in.
More flirting, I see.
Is it unbearable?
Yes, extremely. Are you really still getting nowhere with her?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you loser version.
I think you said you were going to crack her open and peel her shell. And I don't think you have.
Erg, you don't know anything. Shh.
I'm completely and utterly correct then.
She's highly evasive. Point blank or sniper shot. I can't seem to hit her.
Your type, I see.
Shut up. I got the Academy's most notorious heartbreaker to look like an idiot at me, so I win. So shut up. She's even stupider than I thought she was. But she's not as stupid as me.
You're the one with your guts all over the place.
Oh, just... fine. I'm frustrated, alright? But it's not because I'm not getting anywhere, or because I even care. Alright, this time I'm done playing. Happy? If there's anything there, or if she's just metal all the way through, I'm going to find out. If she is that boring, I'll never forgive her. But I'm coming back with guts this time.
All right, everyone, your vote. But this is what zero pussy does to a motherfucker. I'm just gonna say that now.
Zero gravity pussy.
Also, let me know if the audio is a little iffy. I'm gonna try and turn it down a little bit for myself, actually. Whoops. Okay, we got one for air quotes. We got one for my cat sitting in my lap being an adorable baby. Look at her. Look at her. She's never done a bad thing a day in her life.
Johnny says real fight.
Yeah, Johnny's
Johnny's out for blood.
what's the phrase? A contrarian? That's the one.
No, Johnny's not a contrarian. Johnny's out for blood.
No, Johnny's homophobic.
Johnny wanted to fight last time, and he wants to fight now.
Johnny's just homophobic. I think I'm gonna go with Johnny on this
Johnny is
assessment.
homophobic.
Just homophobic. I guess we need another tiebreaker. I say, well, I take pictures of my cat. Yes, I'm streaming. Yes, I take pictures of my cat during We Exist.
I'm down for quotes.
Alright, that's the
I don't care either way. Here we go.
opening futures, closing pasts.
You get to win this time.
Whoops.
Oh, goodbye.
Something about a
Something
surprise
about
attack.
a surprise attack.
Don't be jealous just because I got mine off first.
Sorry, I was trying to type the...
You got a wound on me in the Lagrange reactor shell. That not a good enough deal?
No way. In fact, apologize. Hiding so I can't surprise you again is so unfair, Lunatera. Let me bully you some more.
I'll pass.
Are you sure?
You sure you don't want to get bullied? See if you can find me first.
You like cat and mouse games, don't you? You want to try it again? I won't let you just play a game this time.
You find me even when I'm serious? Then I'll get serious. Lunatera hides in the Garden District, the one part of the colony she has no memories of. And the Garden District doesn't have any trees or flowers or plants. It's not that kind of garden. A garden for the children meant to inherit space. Not like Lunatera, who came in the first generation, teenagers too old and too molded by Earth's gravity to inherit the cosmos. The second generation was raised here, in the light of the colony center. The Lagrange tidal reactor Lunatera remembers, like the sun, with the hope that they would grow freely in the lightest of gravity, free of Earth's weight. Lunatera is the one holding the useless shell of that reactor now. Even broken and useless, LT doesn't feel comfortable holding it. It's an unpleasant, untrustworthy object, and it feels wrong to hold. It was made by people, but it doesn't seem like it was. It's a fake, but it's unsettlingly close to what celestial mechanics eventually intended it to be when they seized control of the reactor, before the conflict broke out. Something not made by humans.
If it's so useless, why don't you just give it back?
You can tell what I'm thinking, huh? A read between the lines? Just like Pluto, but different. Something I still can't understand. You've been playing with her too, haven't you?
I sure have. Jealous. Of which of us, though?
Both. I could never read the story like you both. I'm straightforward. I'm straight.
That's not even a little true. You're being way too stingy with the narration.
Narration?
You can't perceive space-time as a story? A narration spun out of ambient gravity of humans? Telling you about everything that is, if you can listen?
She can't even perceive space-time as a story. Get a load of this.
No, I have sex.
You can't see how obviously your envy is bleeding out and everywhere, can you?
I'm slipping, huh? Letting out more than I thought. See why I'm jealous? I don't know anything about what you mean. I wish I could speak that language.
Yeah, it's amazing. You should really be sad you don't speak it.
I just have this absence.
Your impression on the narrative is something like spilled whiteout, a gushing ocean of bleach, which is a pain in the ass for someone like us. You also have a habit of acting too fast to get caught up in the story, especially when it's not going your way, 3 times faster than the story knows what to do with.
Damn, I wonder if that's a reference to anything.
That's how. You are different than Pluto. She would swell into the atmosphere, but you slowly bleed into the space between the lines. I can feel you seeping through, blurring the lines between one and the other. What is it you're after?
Curious? Then stop hiding. The rain-slick streets are looking more and more the same. The weather is malfunctioning, and the moisture regulator is shot, and the failing gravity is doing strange things, playing strange tricks. Mayor Chrysium's feet are wet. She's afraid. She's falling right into a trap that feels like it's in every direction at once.
You can't trick me. Lunaterra dodges at the last second, or was never there. If Saturn bleeds into the narrative, then Lunaterra's trick, is having a real habit of interrupting the story just when it's getting good. Good thing she'll never know how much Saturn and Pluto think that's cool.
Cringe.
Cringe.
I have eyes too, Lunaterra. Don't think gravity alone is enough. Saturn swipes again.
Saturn, did you swipe left or right on Lunaterra?
Swiping these nuts.
Swiped up. Lunaterra wouldn't be hit by such a thing, but she isn't ready for the dripping, sparkling Nero lighting. She misjudges the distance, the unsuredness of gravity. Mayor Chrysium sparks and bleeds from her left arm.
Ow.
Owie. Lunaterra swings her spear, crushes the string of pearls to the ground. It crumbles, then darts away, lost in the mist. Saturn's worse off, but her machine will fix itself, and the poison in Mayor Chrysium's systems is only getting worse. You almost got me, but not quite. Is your game off a little today, Lunaterra? I thought you were going to be serious.
You're going to have to do a lot better than that if you want to see me serious.
You're misunderstanding. I'm going to cheat. You're the one who has to take this seriously. How is that arm feeling? Still sparking? Still gooey? Doesn't take that much, you know. Have you been cleaning your system regularly?
What the fuck did you just say to me? What kind of fight are you looking for?
God. A one-sided fight where you try your hardest and still lose.
Haha. Are you looking for payback?
What? No, who cares about that? It's for you. Because you love getting owned.
Damn. Sounds like someone's man that they love getting owned.
I'm not owned.
You're never holding back. There's no way I can beat you. You're even stronger than any story anyone's told about you. You always win and no one touches you. If ship self-fights were life and death, that'd make you a genius. But they're not. They're made in the image of plastic toys to fight like plastic toys. So that makes you an idiot for not playing along and being honest.
Lunaterra's face looks so pissed.
This is serious. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
You'll save a lot of time if you give in and say I'm right now.
No, you see, I'm laughing because I'm not mad.
I'm not. Actually, I think this is funny.
Oh, you're so
If you
not
beat
mad.
me for real, that'll be all the answer you need.
Stoic to the last, but that's great. Your holding out on me is actually kind of delicious.
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
What's the story going to tell me? When's the story going to tell me what's happening? When are you going to let me hear about all the static in your joints, the trembling in your mask, your slackening grip? I'm on the edge of my seat, waiting to know.
Lunaterra knows that it's true. Saturn can't sense where she is at all, but she knows immediately that Lunaterra knows she knows.
Tell me all about that, and I promise, without any hate or fear, I'll listen. You don't believe me, but I promise I won't laugh or hurt you. I can't see you, so you can escape if you want. I'll let you keep that little ball even, and the poison will wear off, but I want to see. Do you want to show me? The mare Chrysium crashes to the ground, skids along the wet streets of the colony. Her legs give out, and her arms are too weak to catch her fall. String of Pearl lands gently, surprisingly, but that's what these ships were meant to do. They're meant to land gently. Even the electrotoxins are tingly, not painful, in a warm, numbing sort of way, like licking a battery with every part of your body. There's no way that Lunaterra can stand up. As soon as she lets it all in, she falls in a mess, totally defeated. Oh wow, you really did it. You got so quiet. You're so well trained. You're the big, strong ace, but you shut down so quickly. You really can't deal with me at all. Why is that?
Can you say you weren't going to bully me?
I'm showing all possible restraint. You really did make it hard. I thought you were kinda cool.
Second.
You really acted like you knew what you were doing. Even though you were so scared.
Leave me alone.
Oh no, baby, but you love this? You're looking forward to it. I can see right through you. These ships are meant to touch. If you never lose, you never let anyone in. Thinking of this as losing at all is actually kind of sad. You want to give this all up and drag me home? Are you really sure? Lunaterra, you really ought to not lie to me too much. The smug, untouchable Lunaterra that I used to hate, she's so boring. But the you that you don't want anyone else to see, that's a much better you. That's the you I want to see.
Lunaterra is conscious of her own breath, of the unconscious pulsing rhythm of her ship self, which trembles, and not just from the electrotoxins. She really can't move in any sort of effective way, but what she's feeling isn't fear, or even helplessness. It's anticipation. She thought that she trusted Saturn as much as anyone else. Not at all. Now that she has no choice, she's surprised. She trusts Saturn so much,
Yeah.
even knowing exactly what she wants to do. Saturn plucks the broken reactor out of Mare Crisium's hands and tosses it away like trash.
And I will. Now that I have the power to peel your skin off and see it, I'm really happy. I never thought I'd finally get to see you like this, even though you're letting me. Little secrets just for me that the narration will never tell.
For you only.
So only I get to see you twitching and helpless? No one else knows?
Not telling. But it's just for you, so keep it ambiguous.
Got it. I could be straddling you and pinning you. That's certainly possible. But not for certain. I'm not saying anything definite.
You've got it. Thank you. I've got my pride.
Yeah? Your pride? Tell me about that.
It's worth a lot to me.
Then I'm worth even more, right?
Is my channel gonna get taken down for this?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
We're fine. Oh, you're winning.
You're winning.
No, I have to win at gay sex.
You fucked in the mech, and now you're winning.
I'm mad that I lost at gay sex. I have to win at it.
Hey, Nate. Do you
What?
want to see you writing to your husband and making sure you don't want Saturn to read it, but Saturn definitely hacked it and is how
Oh
she has
no!
this?
Oh, how
So-
embarrassing!
What's our favorite space boy got to say?
All right. I'm completely uninterested in communicating with the Iapetus in any capacity that's not technically. I know my boundaries. But you're very nice to worry. I know you're not jealous because you do respect me, but don't even make me worry. That's what I like about you. I know you're worried for me, not about me. And I appreciate that. But I do want to clarify things so you stop asking me about it, even though it is cute and I do appreciate it. Really. I am not just saying that. Please don't hear that in a passive-aggressive voice. But I've been meaning to ask this for a while. Is it okay that I believe in this? It's important to me that you understand that it's nothing to do with him. So I worry that means that you don't understand what it means for me. I don't believe humanity needs to be punished. I'm fine being human. But I think an important reminder is needed. Not alien in the sense of a foreign other that can bear all our rage and hatred, but alien in the sense of casting our own features into relief. I think what we see as a result should shame us, but there are many things we need to see. You'll probably say you support me and believe in me. Thank you. But you'll also say that it means something to you too. And that's really why I love you. Do not read Saturn.
And Saturn
Okay.
still hacked and intercepted this message.
Mean to me.
Hey, Saturn
Mean to
might
me.
suck. Hey,
Mean to me.
I think Worst Girls Games made games about the worst girls.
Mean
I don't
to
know what you
me
mean.
personally.
I need to read this.
I have to know.
What do you mean?
I have to know.
You're part of this marriage.
Get out of here.
Oh boy, and you also hacked a dude who definitely deserves it.
Yeah, that's fine.
String of Pearls final specifications. Wait a minute, is this not actually by Iapetus but to him? Oh no, it's not. It's to Iapetus, so I'm gonna be someone else.
Okay. I was trying to figure that out.
This is to Iapetus regarding String of Pearls final specifications. This isn't what we talked about. Not by a mile. You know I don't actually have a moral compass that does not revolve around what's cool, so coming from me, just know it's my professional opinion that I'm not even sure this is cool anymore. Creating a theoretical matters, not even hard under laboratory conditions. And in space, it's easy to sustain it, but the creation of exotic matter, like electrotoxins, can get really not fun if you aren't careful. Since you hate fun, I already know it's not what you're after, and you don't have to level with me or anything. That's fine. But I do want you to know that this thing is basically designed to degenerate as quickly as possible. The reactor tends toward aversion, and that'll require a pilot I would really not want to meet, and a piloting style that no one should ever do. Eventually it's going to drag the pilot down, and that's going to be really weird and ugly unless they're immediately destroyed. Clearly you want that. I mean, you've said so. But if you're going to have so much fun, let me try to convince you that you should set a self-destruct in there. Maybe something cool will happen when she averts, and this ship self keeps her anchored in space-time to mess everything up. If not, don't you want a backup option? Hey, I think Yamadas making this ship expected you would steal it.
Oh, it's fine.
Huh, that's
what's
weird.
the problem?
Damn.
Yeah, what's the problem?
Yeah, what's
Saturn, I would love it. Just love it.
Yeah?
You messed up. If you messed everything up this time.
Is this reverse psychology? Did I really reduce you to that? I'm a little impressed by your persistence in nagging me, but now I'm feeling like I pushed you to your limit.
As always, I'm serious.
Messing things up is literally the only thing in the world no one has ever needed to specifically tell me to do. And you keep yelling at me when I do.
I've been looking into Yamadas' work on the Aversion Project.
How much do you know?
More than you know. Of course, it was always suspicious that Yamadas decided to support us. He was very insistent in his interest in taking humanity to the next stage. As if that is why any of us wanted to connect with the so-called existential threat. People who already had everything on Earth couldn't possibly understand.
They just want even more for themselves.
That's what I thought, too. Yamadas' plan is very attractive to certain factions in Memorial Foundation. Certain factions in Memorial Foundation really liked the days when humanity was united against the existential threat.
Except aliens aren't real. Okay, they're an nth dimensional shadow cast by the gravitational impression of human culture in space-time, but that makes them a few shades short of real and much less dangerous than their cousins on Earth, and even those are so weak kids with radios can take them out.
Huh.
Hey, did you get the reference? Hey.
I got the reference.
Hey,
Oh, I clapped. Hold on. Yeah, I recognize that.
That's Chappie.
Oh, it's Chappie.
That's Chappie. Points at screen.
That's
Chappie.
Chappie.
Anyways, Pluto wiped them out. That was the whole plan. Since humanity doesn't care about them anymore, they'd never expect that we would find a way to avert our tidal reactors and become the aliens ourselves.
The only alien is what is alien to us. And that's fundamentally humanity. We're aliens to ourselves. F for X equals that which is human that humans are not.
And?
Yamadas isn't going to give up everything he has for that.
You think he's lying about wanting to?
I think he's lying to himself about wanting to. I think he's happy to let us complete the project and go home. Because he'll have exactly what he and the rest of humanity is longing for.
A scapegoat. Someone to be an alien humanity could guiltlessly fight against.
Yes. I am fine with abandoning Earth. It hasn't given me anything.
But not on his terms.
Not ever.
Don't worry, Mercury. I've got a plan. No matter what, it won't go his way.
Bye.
This is just making me think that Mercury would be much happier if he joined Cradle's Graces.
I'm normal.
You're normal.
The Lagrange colony is an uninhabitable husk, but Cradle's Graces still clings to it, quite literally. Pluto's dream might collapse under its own weight, or crush Saturn under it. Launch.
The whole colony?
It's so refreshing to see you surprised for once, Saturn. I'm soaking it in.
Mercury, but seriously? He wants me to stop Cradle's Graces from taking the entire colony out of the Lagrange point? Why? Why would they do that? Why would we care enough to stop them from trying? The colony should just rot. It's over. There's nothing left there.
Cradle's Graces wants those memories to live again. We need to discard Earth completely and start something new. It's an anchor pulling us back home. The success of opening... goodbye.
Shit, sorry, I was so distracted by Coffee's wearing a gay little scarf.
Yes. Are you mad? Are you mad about my scarf?
There is a data log function, but as you might notice... Oh, there we go. Okay,
Just scroll to the bottom. The success of opening the gravity well on the moon will depend completely on how much is holding us down. Even weak gravity like that.
For some reason, I remember it not doing the current mission. It's so weird.
That's more than just stopping her, then. You want me to destroy the colony.
That's the mission, yes.
Not that I'm not the greatest, but isn't that basically impossible for me? It's huge. There are smaller moons.
Do your best, then. The less memories, the better.
I'm always
okay.
this.
I thought you didn't have any problems. The colony should just rot?
Ha, that's a funny joke. We both went through the same shit. Don't ask me that. Every happy memory is made retroactively disgusting by the sort of person Iapetus turned out to be. I hate him so much. I will never get over how much.
Saturn.
Yes, Mercury?
Then why are you still pretending to be with celestial mechanics?
Why are you doing this is the real question, Mercury. You know him like I do, so why are you still here? I apparently have enough power to destroy a colony, and I can ditch him whenever I want. Leave Celestial Mechanics, take Ganymede. I'll protect you. I'll make sure there's a good future in the end.
You absolutely will not be fine if I leave. Of course I don't trust him at all, but he wants what I want. It's what you want, too. I can't trust him on anything else, but I can trust him on that. Even if he's just doing this for his own gain with some other agenda in mind, he's truly going to give us this. Ugh, disgusting. That's what I fell for. So stop reminding me. That's why I trust you too, of course, even though I shouldn't. I know you won't accept anything less than what you want. If you can get even half of that, it'll be more than enough for me.
Well, what's it gonna be, chat?
What are you gonna do?
Interesting how Pluto and Saturn get decided so early on compared to Saturn and Luna T.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, you have much more of a conversation with each other before it's a decision,
yeah.
whereas ours is like
Oh,
immediate.
yeah, that's true.
Damn. I would get your votes in now, everybody.
Where's Johnny to look for a fight?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, we already know what Johnny's gonna say.
Johnny's gonna want a physical fight.
Unless not Miki has an idea.
Because Johnny loves blood. See, look.
Johnny loves blood.
No,
Johnny
Johnny's doing
loves blood.
the tone they do, and it's like, what? Like, you just put
Yeah.
the spotlight on them, and they're like, what the fuck you want from me?
Yeah. Johnny wants to... They just want to throw hands.
So are we good going to battle in physical space, then?
Sure.
For the future.
For the future.
Yeah.
Opening futures, closing paths.
The future.
Pluto hesitates, because she's not ready for this kind of fight, and Saturn is. The colony shines like a star until you're right on it. Then it looms, impossibly large, a translucent sphere, a drop of water suspended in space. Sorry, my throat. Glistening beneath the drop of water, past the clouds that form in its crumbling artificial atmosphere to the strange haze that seeps from beneath the crumbling streets, it's possible to make out the faded light of the colony's collapsing systems. A massive jewel, like a clean slice taken out of Earth, and floated in space until its gravity formed it into the tiniest planet. Even a tiny world is still a world. Who can touch this? Move it even by an inch, much less move the Earth by an inch. Pluto drifts slowly in orbit around the colony, waiting.
Even you don't know what to do sometimes, huh? I'm kind of stumped too, if I'm being honest. But sorry, destroying it sounds way easier than whatever they're trying to make you do. The string of pearls skates along the outer edges of the colony's ice and atmosphere. She's having fun. She's playing. For just a moment, Pluto wonders what she's doing here.
No, Saturn. I'm happy to see you, but I was hoping I might be able to convince you to help me take it away.
Oh yeah? What made you think that?
For the same reason you thought you could convince me.
Because you like me? Or because you don't care for your side that much either?
I care about all of us out here in space.
It's amazing that you actually honestly do. But that's not what I asked, huh? There's a lot of ways to care about everyone up in space. Dragging a colony out of the Lagrange point by yourself is one way to do it. There's another way to care about everyone up in space. You can show it by destroying this place too.
You're saying that would free us from the past. But it won't make those memories go away. We're making something of them, so that time and pain won't be wasted. This is important to me, and I'll fight for real over it. Don't look at me like that. You'll make me sad. You really don't need to be the one to tell me, because I already know I'm doing something super dumb. I wonder, what do you want? And why do you think you can get it from me? It's just going to be a fight. Is that what you're after?
The string of pearls presses its heel into the ice of the colony's atmosphere. Yes, even more so now. Didn't they teach you about sunk cost fallacies in the academy? Memories should just be memories. That's why you kind of make me mad sometimes.
I've been having this feeling you're going to do something way dumber and scarier than just fight me. Am I right? Because after I already said there wasn't anything you could do, after you were shaking and afraid from just being close enough to see me, it looks like I can trust you to come right back, no matter how much I try to warn you. And trust you to come back twice as much.
You're wasted on protecting this pointless ball of scrap. Whoever is ordering you around has no idea what they're doing.
You're right. But I'm still not gonna let you through.
You're wasted on Cradle's graces in general. And the rest of humanity, too.
Don't try and push my buttons like that. I won't think it's cute. It's a lot of work to be human.
I'm not trying to be cute. I mean it.
Why is my throat like this? I'm sorry.
It's more for some humans than for others. You're not mad at the humans who got to be human for free?
It's a privilege to be human.
Have you forgotten why we're here? Because humans who wanted to be more human took the least human of us up here to see how much more human they could be.
The word human is going to lose meaning if we say it one more time.
What do you mean?
And now they want to throw human.
Now humans want to throw human.
Yeah.
Now humans want to throw human away. After they learned everything they could from you. Don't you resent humanity? I do. What do you do when someone says you can't have something? Do you think you should work twice as hard until you earn it? I don't. I want to snatch it until no one can have it.
You know, you're just like Lunaterra.
Ugh, please don't say that. You're merciless.
It's in a good way.
Not even then. Don't get me wrong, it just depresses me to see you wasted on all of them. You should be having fun.
You know, I wish I would come here just for that. Just to have fun.
Good, have fun with me. I know you want to show me mercy, Labrat to Labrat. Mutant bitch to mutant bitch. That's not what we need though, is it? I want to see the you that's having nothing but fun. I'm still getting used to this body, but I think I can still surprise you with it. And you'd like that, right? Cutting loose with no gravity to tie you down?
I think about that every day. It's tempting. You've got to be ginger with the universe, you know, Saturn. Now that you're this strong, you've got to be careful. So much can go wrong.
I'll make sure to be very careful with the universe you love. You don't have to hold back with me, though. Aren't I the only person you can go tide to tide with, holding nothing back?
It's a big promise. What about Lunaterra?
I don't want to come off as full of myself, but I don't want you to underestimate me either. Plastic girl to plastic girl, I wouldn't patronize you like that.
It's tempting. But I wonder if you're really ready. You wouldn't mind getting your ship self broken and dragged back for the Cradle's Grace's Dreamlab to do who knows what to.
What, is that supposed to sound bad?
You really are... Oh, fine. I'm gonna start easy, okay? They flirted enough, so neither is in the mood to lie. So no holding back, a lie to others about how strong you are, and no mercy, a lie to yourself about how strong someone else is. When Pluto opens her arms wide enough for her gravity to condense, pull and tear through space, she's trusting, whoops, Saturn can handle the pressure. She has faith Saturn will outdo her.
Saturn meets Pluto's expectations with just a little bit of convulsing and shuddering. Then she exceeds them by darting like a bullet, a little hot arrow of danger, and just as dangerous to the touch. Crun Macula is a big target, but Saturn isn't going to be lazy this time. This is the time to be precise, to throw everything in on the vector she's flying along, to not let Pluto's tidal forces budge her a millimeter. Which is good, because even then, she only barely grazes Pluto.
Pluto's faster than you could ever imagine. The universe moves away, bending to not hit her, with tides that say, oh, coming into orbit is fine, but no touching. That you have to work for.
That Saturn dared anyway is very bold of her. The burn on Crun Macula, where Saturn's light passed over Pluto, stings only a little, but it was close. So Pluto takes her seriously and grabs the string of pearls by the tail, flings her into the colony's surface, and dives after her. Saturn is basking in the bounty of attention. It requires all of Pluto's gravitational forces to keep her contained. The string of pearls makes her feel like goo, like a cartoon, like a liquid, and with it, she's as slippery and untouchable too.
Sorry, Nate's fucking...
I ain't never
fucking
so smoked that shit. I'm in the transparent Photoshop layer. Fuck.
Oh, so that's where Lunaterra is in the narration.
Oh shit.
But
Others would shatter under the pressure, but the string of pearls bulges and squishes. Pluto pulls and pushes, trying to force her in a space that will sit still long enough so she can deal with it. I'll let you read that one.
Saturn squeals in excitement until she can stop giggling long enough to push Pluto off with an electric burn.
Pluto can't help but laugh too. It's funny how much nothing is working even though she's trying as hard as she can. Makes her want to work as hard as she can. Lab-grown girls know. Cultured girls know. Carefully indoctrinated, carefully raised, special gifted girls. They all know. Heroes want to hold us. We don't need them at all.
Rather than bandages and kindness, the sting of pressing wounds together is the medicine we need. No boy who wants to heal your wound is worth the one who'll tell you your wound is there. I can't believe it.
Me neither.
I really thought I'd actually be the one beating you.
You didn't lie, though. You really could endure it. All of it.
The colony is much worse for wear. Saturn shattered against it many, many times. Pluto broke across it a few times too. It's shaking in the Lagrange point.
You won, even though you lost. I had a lot of fun. I wouldn't have been able to do it with anyone else. I'm glad I trusted you to not lose.
Haha, told you.
Good girl. Should have never doubted one of us.
Thank you, thank you.
We did our best. Had the most fun we could have.
When we get to the moon, don't forget. You could keep having fun just like this. If you let me show you the way.
That right there would have been perfect for the Cradle's Graces ending. I'm just gonna say.
Oh god, here I go.
Yeah, hey, it's Lunaterra. She actually has
It's L2.
interiority.
I had to write a letter. It's January 30th, 1981, and the day is almost here. The deadline to save everyone who came up to space with us, fought with us, tried to bring everyone up with us. If we shut down the lunar gravity well, there won't be any choice left. The power that keeps our ship selves in check, they really did a number on that word. Ship selves in check will fall apart. And we won't have anywhere else to go but home. If we kill the dream, no one will die. We really, really hope that's true. No one should die in space. No one should die, period. No one has to die, because ship self-combat is shimmering missiles of light, cosmic explosions, electricity that sears through the soul. Blade science is impossible for a human to produce. Dances of combat without end. fight against ideas with toys. Humans would never show that sort of compassion to each other. Earth's answer is a single atomic particle fired at near light speed directly into the cockpit core. A true weapon from a military force. The quickest, most efficient, instantaneous, unavoidable way to kill a human. The most boring possible way to pointlessly die. No drama, no meaning, just nothing. Lunaterra Memorial Foundation Ace Pilot.
It's January 30th, 1981. In the end, they might get everything they want in the way that no one wants. If we open up the lunar gravity well, then we can establish forever another Earth, and maybe another. We can inhabit the whole system. But that will cut humanity into two, and more. The distance will be so much further. Everything we have will be even farther from them. How much are we going to lose? How much will we never be able to give them? The moon is very close to being part of Earth. It's full of life, and humans can live here now. It feels impossible, and I don't want to give it up. We should break it off forever, shouldn't we? All I want is to stitch these two humanities together, but if one of us dies as a result, I will fight forever to keep that precious thing alive. Pluto, Princess of Cradle's Graces.
It's January 30th, 1981. They don't name it because naming it gives it power, but not naming it gives it more. It must be in every corner, behind every door, far, far away in the spaces between stars. It is defined and categorized in every human culture, and it is deliberately omitted from explicit naming conventions by Memorial Foundation in favor of a euphemism less captivating to the imagination, such as existential threat, rather than a specific word that would stimulate the imagination. But a trick that like this will not work, and the euphemism is a hollow void that can hold all fears and all possibilities. Through gravity, humans decide what is real and what is not. But what is not does not stop existing, and it, like humans, can decide. It's the kiss of inverse, everything that humans can imagine but can't become. The shortcut to attaining it is to forsake everything that humans already are. If a bunch of idiots get tricked into going there, it would make a very convenient enemy for Earth. That's the real fear. Before that happens, I will tell you a little secret. Ready? Saturn, Celestial Mechanics Test Pilot.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Sorry, humans can't become was really important now.
No.
Yeah,
Why do you come?
Fresh tendrils. That's actually what the Celestial Mechanics route is all about. It's proving that humans can become.
Mm-hmm. Why do you come?
Assist Cradle's Graces and Celestial Mechanics with the opening of the gravity well and changing gravitational constants to make conflict with Earth possible.
Oh shit, Cradle's Graces and CM working together in this last mission? Ooh.
Who could have seen this coming?
Anna,
Oh no!
Oh, your other mission.
get in as much trouble as possible with a Memorial Foundation ace.
No!
Wow, it's almost like Saturn is manually typing these in. That's so
Do not
weird.
get in trouble with me.
I'm going to get you in trouble.
Do not.
I will.
No.
Why?
Leave
I'm
me
going to the
alone.
moon. Oh hey, look, Celestial Mechanics is
Oh,
doing
you're
pretty
winning,
good.
son.
So we're not necessarily locked into the Celestial Mechanics ending, but the only way to get a different ending is don't do the math in your head. We'll just go with what happens.
Yeah. Trust me, I'm not.
But you're like the best person at math here, Nate.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, okay. Well, our votes also don't count. we aren't part of this democracy. We don't have rights. Streamers don't
I think
have
I
rights.
voted last time.
Well, we aren't humans. That much is certain.
Anyway,
Whomst is this?
director next.
Oh, whom says that?
I think it's you.
Is it me?
I think it's you.
It might be me. I
Oh,
don't know.
cool.
All right.
So each of us plays one of the quote-unquote adults. Interesting.
All right. They aren't children. Why children?
Why
Always
children?
ask.
Why children? They aren't children anymore. But when they were pilots, they were. For all the obvious reasons that children are more suited to be pilots than adults. Since the decline of the space program, there have been fewer and fewer waves of new recruits, and the current pilot generations have no successors. Adults are serving as pilots because there are no longer any children in space, and adults should not have to serve as pilots. It would be cruel to send children to fight a war so that adults don't have to, especially as adults have far more powerful tidal forces than children. In their physical and metaphorical manifestation, tides are a measurement of the authority that culture has over the universe. The light of the soul that turns all impossible things into our dominion. The gravitational forces of children are weak enough to perceive and engage the existential threat without obliterating it instantly. And as a cancer that exerts a subtle influence in the back of our unknowing minds, they are suited to protect us from it. For this reason, Memorial Foundation has pushed against traditional cultural institutions from engaging existential threats with this more humane practice, due to the resiliency of children and the detrimental long-term effects contact with existential threats has on adults in the vast majority of cases. In some exceptional circumstances, contamination lingers in children. Their gravitational forces never achieve sufficient power to extinguish the existential threat without resistance. Without the tidal force to challenge other adults, they remain in limbo, unsuited to anything else. The remaining small percentage of the original pilot program that continues to reside in space is made up of such cases. Oops. Sorry.
Whoops. Oh, hey, we've got
Oh, well.
We've got a new version proposal. Damn. Oh, is this back before? This is back before Celestial Mechanics split with the overall Memorial Foundation that everyone was a part of.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Who do we want to read this one? Because there's no, like, clear author, I guess.
I have no idea.
I can read it.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm no different from my former colleagues. I think we all want the same thing, ultimately. Every one of us. I'd implore you to be forgiving of them, though not of their methods. Many of us are thankful to the ending of the Cold War, the paranoia and suspicion that accompanied the strength of the existential threat in this world, as it fed on the trauma and malaise and discontent of the world after the war. But I think some of us must have some reservation about the future. In abandoning existential threats to address the threats of our home, it will inevitably result in us turning to conflict between humans once more. And in turn, the existential threat will thrive. We're looking for the smoothest, most uncontested future. I won't lie, this will not ensure happiness for everyone. In fact, it may be difficult to understate how much it will ensure the opposite for what we will ensure are very few. But what I'm proposing will ensure the maximum happiness for the maximum number of people. And what else can we do?
Makes it sound like Yalpidus did that. Damn.
That's fine.
That dude sucks. You know who doesn't suck?
Mercury?
You think about Neath still?
That's out of nowhere. I think about them every day, obviously. They're the reason celestial mechanics exist. First, to understand what happened to them. And then because we couldn't stop thinking about it. About how to make what happened to them happen to us.
We still don't know what it was exactly. They had all us get together to reach through space and time and contact the existential threat wherever it came from. To make sure that it truly had been defeated for good. I think they were really hoping that it wasn't. We felt the same, especially us who never got to fight yet. We reached together as far as we could.
And Neith reached farther than anyone. I didn't think it would have been them before anyone else. But I didn't know them.
Was it that they reached too far?
Or what?
Or something reached to them?
What's the difference? In the end, they got it. Whatever it was. Are you having second thoughts?
Maybe. They were the only one. I always wondered why that was.
Were they special?
In a good way or a bad way?
Were they chosen?
What would be the criteria?
We know it's none of that, though.
It's a lonely, unchosen child. Without so little presence in this world, they fell into another one.
That's how it is. The only trick is how to do it on purpose.
That's just it. Are we too attached? I want to be something new and share it with everyone. Am I too heavy for the apple?
It's a thin line between falling into inverse because you have hope and because you don't have any left. We should be glad it's not so easy, you know?
Bye.
Fuck you.
Oh, bye.
Fuck you.
2 missions left.
Which one? Who are we doing first?
What do we want to do, chat?
Who go first?
2 missions, and I think will be a brief, like, couple-minute break for anyone that needs to use the bathroom on our end.
Mm-hmm.
Unless y'all really have to right now.
I'm fine.
I'm good.
Chat, which... Yeah, who wins?
Who wins?
Earth has...
Whoever wins, we lose.
Saturn wins.
Alien versus Predator.
You know what? That's the one vote's good enough for me.
Okay.
Earth has promised to let the children of space sort themselves out, for now. But their machines of war guard the way back home just in case. When Saturn and Lunaterra meet in a chance encounter, the true terror of humanity stares them down. Launch.
Spinning up tidal reactor, frequency double checks, first turn,
100%.
frequency double checks, second turn,
Stop and spin them again.
from 0, again, where were they at?
99.99999%, but it doesn't matter. They should be at 100%, so we're spinning them again.
Mercury. If I go out and die, it's not going to be because we didn't quintuple check every reactor pulse.
Saturn, this time please, could you listen for once? No matter how useless I know to tell you this is, I know I say this over and over, but can you listen? Seriously, tell me you're going to not be risky this time.
Bless you.
Sorry, thank you.
It's not a game anymore. This mission is different. It's not ship self to ship self. Those troops are real weapons from Earth designed for threats that are real, not existential. They are perfectly capable of killing. They are designed for no other purpose. That's not going to even be an issue, though, because your orders are strictly to observe and not get remotely close enough to engage. They won't leave stationary orbit around the near side of the moon. They're Earth's insurance plan, and we can ignore them as soon as we make sure that's all they're doing. Don't joke about dying. That can happen. It won't if everything is perfect and you do exactly what you're supposed to do.
So she's not going to, right?
It finally matters this time, and you...
Mercury. Mercury, please. I'm actually really sorry, Mercury. I didn't mean to make you worry.
Aw.
I mean, I didn't mean to make you really worry for real. I promise I'm not trying to die, okay? I promise, okay? Making poor choices about who to kiss and what to do isn't the same thing. I listen to you when it's for real, okay? I wouldn't cross the line. You're my friend. No one else. No one else is worth you. You're the most important. We've been through too much. I wouldn't ever go back. Or throw everything we've got away. You know that, right? Sorry, I'm acting like I forgot. Mercury? Hey, say something.
You idiot. Give me a minute.
Oh, look, he's got his wedding ring on.
Shut up.
Oh.
Damn it. I was gonna act like I tricked you. I was going to get to feel smug, making you think everything was serious, and I was going to lord it over you. But now I'm crying, you asshole.
Sorry about me. But I love you too, don't worry.
These two are so cute. They're great. So chat. Luna, Terra, and Saturn, are they going to risk dying, tearing that machine to pieces? Or are they going to hide together in the peaceful moon's winter night? While we listen to this beat in the club. But I digress. The club is bumping, the alcohol is flowing, the women are beautiful. There's much sadness in the world, but not in space.
But not in space.
Not in space.
I hope someone made that guy an emoji on their channel. Guess you're gonna risk dying, tearing that machine to pieces. Well,
Alright.
you know what that means. Opening futures, closing past.
I wonder what ending we're gonna get.
Mathematically, I wonder.
Whoa, it seems almost like it can't be a coincidence bumping into you again. Fancy seeing you here.
A lengthy story. But please stay down. It's closing in. That thing wants to murder us very badly. It wants to kill.
Yep. Aren't you itching to fight it?
The autonomous military unit is waiting for opportunities, it seems, but it's really just reacting to conditions and responding with protocol. Its inevitability, gravity, law. Humans can be pretty unambiguous, which is why if you want something done precisely, you must teach it only a sliver of what humans know. If you want someone dead without complications, you need to remove nuance first. It doesn't have any kind of morality system or decision-making process. It's very non-discriminatory. Just gravity and nothing else. It's a gun and not much else. So maybe you should stop harassing it so much?
It's annoying, though. I want to bully it. I promised that I wouldn't tangle with something if it was really life or death. But now that I'm here, I'm too tempted. I just absolutely want to tear it to pieces. Completely destroy it like it wants to destroy me. You ever feel like that? Even when you're terrified?
especially then. But it's not worth fighting. Not at all. Even a little. It's like fighting gravity or a whole planet. What can you call winning against something like that? There are a million more. You can't have a real argument with something like that. They sent autonomous troops because they didn't want to have one in the first place. Just goes to show what they really don't care about what happens to space or anyone in it. Or they do, and they want this badly, to believe they don't.
You're gonna hate this, but that makes me wish I could crush them even more. Sorry. There has to be a way, right? Unlike a ship self, the autonomous military unit doesn't have a shape that remotely resembles a person. There's no need for that, obviously. You would give something a human shape only if you wanted it to be able to express the fullness of being human. War has never been fought like that. Military technology is designed to narrow available resources in order to efficiently execute a single specific function. Giant robots have never been practical for war.
What are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, fuck you.
What are you trying to say? Hey, wait a second.
What is necessary is a single vector pointed in a certain and flexible fixed direction. The autonomous military unit may not look human, but it is human. A single, uncomplicated human thought. Die.
I'm worried that telling you this will just encourage you, so I shouldn't. It feels like a bad idea. But they're not invincible or almighty against us, even if they're incredibly, overwhelmingly powerful. Especially here, in the liminal zones of the moon. But not ever, not anywhere.
Haha, it's nice to hear even you get mad about it. I understand the math. We're risking our lives and our personhood, and they're not. It's very one-sided. Humans are cowards. That makes me want to fight even more.
I'm saying it's not worth it. The statement will be lost on Earth. They've got an endless number of drones.
But you can destroy them, right? I'm not asking if there's a point. I don't care about that. I'm asking if we can. Let me know how you did it, right? Because you have.
You really don't know, Saturn. You don't. And you never will.
What do you mean?
You can wish and fight, but Earth will never let us go. And 9.8 meters per second to the second degree is what we're bound to.
For those that don't know, that is the mathematical equation of the gravity of Earth.
That's gravity of Earth, baby. You learn that in physics class. Your weight and mine are nothing compared to that speed. Can't even scratch the surface.
Sorry, to be more specific, it is specifically the gravitational acceleration near Earth's surface.
Yo. But, you are right. It was stupid, but when I was with Cradle's Braces, I destroyed one. Pluto made me promise to never risk my life over something like that again.
That's a huge brag, but given all that, kind of a crazy thing to do. Why? Not like I think it doesn't rule.
I was feeling the same way you were feeling. Pure spite. I'm not quite so bad. I'm not quite as bad anymore.
Ooh, bad.
I'm normal.
You're normal.
At least I'm trying to be.
Everyone in this game is super normal, aggressively.
I'm adjusted.
I'm the most normal.
I'm the most normal.
You know the fucked up part? Saturn probably is the most normal.
Of course.
Normal.
Normal.
At least I'm trying to be normal.
I know that feeling. easy to bet your life when you don't care whether you lose it or not. If we fight together, we'll be betting on each other.
Doubles the risk, and there's still no point.
Is there really no point to it, though? Useless, okay, that's true. But not pointless. You were so clever, Lunatera. But you have outsmarted yourself. And now you're believing there is no meeting and fighting against that blind and unstoppable force. I definitely know what battles I want to fight. The senseless eye of the autonomous weapon fixates on their location, but the string of pearls doesn't give it time to get inquisitive. Saturn's closing the distance, cheating distances. It reflexively attempts to close distance too, but its calculations seem to be constantly just off.
Saturn, come back! What did I say?
Wow, it's just like Mercury never left. Everyone's fed up with this woman.
What did I say?
Were you listening to yourself? Aren't we doing this? Are you gonna prove my point or what? It's no big deal for you, right? You've done it before, right? It'll be twice as easy now. So don't make me fight it alone. That'll be fucked up. It'll be heroic if it's the two of us, so come on, enable me. Don't you want me to not end up like you? Don't you want to not end up like you?
Hey.
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 Hey. The
Hey.
autonomous military unit is extremely simple. It fires a simple burst of metal directly at a cockpit, particle unaffected by gravity, instantly lethal.
It's
Takes-
just a gun.
Yeah, it's just a gun.
It's just a gun.
It's just a really good gun.
It's
Lunatera
just
said
a
that.
good gun.
Nobody ever asked if Mech would lose the gun.
Yeah. It's true.
Takes
Sorry, go on.
It takes all the drama and expression out of fighting. The ultimate anticlimax. That's why true combat is ugly, arbitrary, horrifying, a struggle for power in absolute terms, not a romance like fighting in a perfect body can be.
It's only because you did something so stupid that I'm joining you. A blue elusive streak, unmistakable but impossible to pin down, follows Saturn.
Liar, fake, hypocrite. You've never smiled as much before as you are right now. Against even a single autonomous unit, not dying starts out hard and keeps getting harder. Saturn can cheat the distance. It's the reason she isn't instantly dead. Their targeting is flawless and predictive, based on clear indentations made in space, time, culture by gravity. But Saturn just cheats. Every time, she changes the math, and every time it adjusts to correct and keeps getting smarter and harder. Still, Saturn does the math better than it can. Lunatera will die if she thinks to herself about what's happening for even a single second. So she doesn't. She verbs instead. Do this, do that, make it real, make it happen. Don't think or blink.
Make it work.
Simply, impossibly, always be doing, always be being, don't get hit, and never die. Nothing like life or death to remind you that being alive is great, and in that state you can become infinitely capable of fighting tooth and nail no matter what. When Mare Chrysium's hard light slugs hit the unit's chassis, it miscalculates, dips in motion, but it's undeterred. It can endure much more than that. Lunaterra respects that and fires 12 dozen more, as point blank as possible. No time for mercy, so increase the output more than should be possible. Defensive insulation keeps it protected from the string of pearls electrotoxins. All the string of pearls can leave is a series of bleeding, oozing, hot pink pinpricks. Nothing but scratches until there are so many of them they aren't just scratches anymore. There's no limit to how mean she can get. It's something else, fighting like this. I wasn't ready.
You're doing amazing. You're unreal. You have to be, otherwise you're dead. So don't let up. Don't stop. Keep going. It's the only way. Every approach and hit counts. You've gotta be perfect. The autonomous military unit is fast. Faster than either of them. But isn't faster than coincidence. It's not fast enough to predict someone who's not even thinking, and it's not faster than cheating.
Damn.
I love to cheat.
Saturn works her whole hand into its guts and comes out with a fistful.
Saturn comes.
Saturn comes. Oh, gross! It has dozens of redundant components designed to withstand unreal trauma and continue fighting, but there's a slight delay as this failsafe switch circuits. That moment is time enough for Lunaterra to plunge her iridescent blade into flailing sensors that burn into white light.
Sounds horny.
Even torn in half, ripped apart both ways apart by a division of light and dark, undone, the autonomous unit still moves. The only way they will win is to be completely thorough. Pull the guts out every which way, never show mercy, and never let go until they've bathed in it head to toe. At the end, they don't even realize when the moment came that they were still alive. They had won. Are you finally satisfied? God, it was worse than I remembered. No idea how I did that alone.
I feel incredible, beyond satisfied. If I didn't feel almost dead, I'd be begging you to do that all over again.
Oh my god.
I knew it would just encourage you. Shows the good it did.
You know, Lunaterra, I'm fighting. No matter what, no matter who wins. I know the best I can hope for is half of what I want.
Damn.
But I'm not here for a realistic outcome, even if that's all we get. I'm just going to fight. Forever. With perfect greed. Until I get everything.
I don't know if I can be that cool. But when it comes down to it, I won't stop either.
Damn.
Goodbye.
Oh, damn, it ended way too quick. And the reason I say it is because I'm making a stupid image edit while occasionally hitting spacebar for this game, related to a thing that I had said earlier about the club bumping. Because I have brainworms.
Brainworm.
So, looks like, hey, white children.
Why children again? Who is this? It doesn't
Give me a
say.
second. Who wants to read it? Who wants it?
Oh.
Alright. White children. Pilot Program Training Documentation. Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Archives. By the end of the space program, with recruitment having stopped almost a decade before the official decommissioning of the space program, all the pilots had become adults. Yet they were recruited as children and spent the fiercest years of fighting against the existential threat as children. Much like criticism levied at the scout programs on Earth, hey, Hey, points at screen. The scout.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
It was a motion that Memorial Foundation considered heavily in deciding how to recruit their pilots. Children have no special piloting qualities, with a much weaker tidal authority than adults, who, of course, have the tidal authority to engage other adults. Adults would be stronger, more powerfully able to use ship shells. Wow, they really did with that
Yeah,
word.
see?
Ship
It fucking
shells.
happens.
Chip cell.
Ship shelves.
Ship shells. Adults would, much more so, the beloved and chosen adults rather than discarded and flawed children that were chosen. God damn it. On Earth, adults with much, much stronger tidal forces than children will have destroyed the existential threat before even comprehending it. And because of this, those threats are able to hide in the world and prey on those who are more weak, such as children, or those who are unchosen even as adults. Those who are strong enough should struggle with other humans, and those who are weaker protect the rest from the trivial threats outside humanity. Sustained contact with the existential threat often exacerbates this effect, and there's a cold twofold reason for delegating who will and who will not confront existential threats. Children and the unchosen bear the burden, so adults will not be worn away. Adults would fuck.
No. Everything is ready for you. I wish you had let me help you more.
You'll be fine back home.
Without a ship. I envy you a little bit. Piloting is for girls and jocks. It's not my thing. But I wish I was coming with you. Sometimes. A very, very tiny bit.
Mercury. We are very different. But I love you. We're parts of the same thing.
Aww.
We wanted the same thing. And I'll walk alongside you until we get them.
Really? You're not leaving, possibly forever?
If I'm leaving, you're coming with me. If I stay, I'll bring you home. You know you can't rely on me for anything, but you can count on me for this. I promise. I promise.
Murky.
You promise with correct punctuation and capitalization?
So you know it's real. What else can I do to pay you back?
Aww.
Nothing. I count on you for a lot, Saturn. The same way you count on me. Goodbye.
Aww.
I'm leaving.
Goodbye. This is the last we're ever gonna talk. Fuck you.
Goodbye. I'm out of
Die.
here.
That was the closest good thing to a goodbye we've gotten so far.
That's
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Alright. The acceleration due to gravity. Celestial mechanics and Cradle's graces have one thing in common, and that's escaping Earth's gravity. To do that, they need Saturn and Pluto to work together to corrupt the lunar gravity well. It's an opportunity for one to get the upper hand on the other, but they're not thinking about it politically. Launch.
How's the new equipment fitting?
It's not that much weirder than how it was before. This mission really is a weird one, Mercury.
This was always the plan, you know that. The lunar gravity well is the anchor that all tidal reactors resonate with. It's how the ship themselves maintain their form, how colonies on other planets and orbital bases and ships maintain environments humans can survive in.
Damn, that sounds deep.
Gravity in both the literal and figurative senses is required for us to live in space, and without it, we dissolve into the universe, become everything that humans aren't. There's a lot of that in the universe, if you've noticed. If we want to turn into something interesting and specific, we'd have to make sure that we're controlling the aversion process.
Is it going to work?
Probably not.
Damn.
I wouldn't trust the Iapetus to do this, right? There's nothing in it for him, so why would he care? When he lived on Earth, he had everything he wanted. He doesn't like anyone else who came to space.
He's just flirting with the idea of transcending human limits for boring reasons and only for his. There are no places left on Earth to conquer, so he wants to be the first to own the future.
If this actually works, I don't want to share it with him.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I told you I was playing this how I wanted, right?
Mhm.
I'm not letting him have this.
So, is Pluto
What does it
tempting
mean?
Saturn to entertain a silly dream, or is Saturn tempting Pluto to fall in with her? Like, fall in the gravity well kind of thing. Well, chat, vote now on your phones.
What does it mean?
While you do that, let me real quick grab a
What does it
data
mean?
frame. Please appear. There we go. Nice. Copy image address. Paste. There we go. I could just show it
Wow,
on the stream, but
epic.
it's funnier if I don't.
Me gonna vote for
Please vote.
Please vote.
Oh, we got one for Saturn. Tempting Pluto.
Pokemon Go to the polls.
It's pretty good at it, Addy.
Good.
Okay, we got one for one.
Owned.
Oh, I should have said there's much pain in the world, but not in this space. Too late. Oh, I can have one nice thing. Yay! Thank you, Johnny. Damn. I wonder if
It's a
this'll-
tie.
Will this affect the ending any?
I have no idea.
Probably not.
At this point, no.
Oh, tiebreaker's dream. Oh, in the end, we're really going with me, huh? Wow.
I guess we'll see what happens.
Thankful for our Cradle's graces, but we're not coming back. Oh yeah, wait, I need to jot down what our results were for this one. Did I do it for the last one too? Did we choose the Celestial Mechanics one last time too?
One of ours was loyal.
Okay, so yes, that was Celestial Mechanics. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
You could have this one.
The moon's south pole is the completion point for Earth, where all the terraforming begins and ends. Here the skyscrapers rise up to catch the eternal light in what someday will be a city where night never comes. Sounds awful.
Well, you don't like it?
No? I like
No?
sleep. I like nighttime. Yeah.
Speepy Otter.
You're quiet. Is there something on your mind?
Like Minecraft.
Got Minecraft on my mind.
A lot, but nothing important.
Don't hide it from me. You know I can just read it off your gravitational field, right?
Are you sure?
You're never normally this quiet. Good to know even you can feel that way sometimes, but I didn't think it would be over this. The gravity well can't be that big a deal for someone like you to deal with.
That could have been a sentence Otter would say to me normally, because I'm super chatty.
And I'm here too, in case you forget.
Feeling out the tides is deeper than mind reading, and not so literal. You know that. That kind of mind reading is the kind every human can do, but few are any good at it.
What kind is that?
Read my mind about it. Are you nervous?
No, I know exactly what I'm doing. I just wish everyone wasn't going to be watching us this whole time. I hate getting yelled at for no good reason.
Mercury, are you yelling at the screen?
Don't you have people who are a pain in the ass to keep happy?
I'm normal.
That's everyone in Cradle's Graces. Plus, they love me, which makes it hard.
Can't relate. That's why I ditched command. I couldn't stand being pestered constantly by superiors who don't know what they're talking about.
Can't relate. Well, Saturn, are you saying you don't love me?
Owned.
I don't have any superiors at all, though.
What? Lucky? Why?
Because I'm at the top.
You're top? What? Excuse me?
Excuse me?
Yeah, canonically.
Excuse me?
Canonically, we know only one person is a bottom, and it ain't these two. I'm the
Nope.
leader of Cradle's Graces, more or less.
Excuse me? What? Why?
For a lot of reasons, but mostly because no one else wants to be. Oh, Dr. Nix is in charge of most things still, but I do make the decisions.
I mean, but why?
You're as bad as Mars. That's why it's so hard to get anything done. Cradle's Graces is just full of contradictory, impossible to reconcile, naive, and disorganized feelings. Someone has to bring all of that together.
No, stop. I mean, but why would you tell me that? I mean, shouldn't I take advantage of this?
You want to take advantage of me? I thought you just wanted to get to know me better, not engage in any of that cloak and dagger stuff.
You're crazy? Why would you trust me? I'm sketchy as fuck.
No, you're not. You're obnoxious to your friends, but you work hard all the time for their sake. You bullied a certain taciturn ace pilot, not because you hated her, but because you wanted her to grow up and stop wasting her talent on moping. You're always tempting me to your side, but you don't care if I join Celestial Mechanics or not. Also, you asked me how I was doing, if I was nervous, and you told me you're here for me on a difficult mission, even though you tried to make it sound like you were lording it over me.
Right?
So what do you really care about? That you keep coming after me whether you win or lose?
Not telling.
That's fine. You don't have to say anything for me to understand.
I need you to shut my mouth. I'll keep stuttering and embarrassing myself. Don't tell me that this whole time you've just been playing along like...
Oh, and how should I shut your mouth?
I give up on being cool. It doesn't matter. No, wait. It does matter. I worked so hard to try to corrupt this good little pilot test brat of Celestial's Graces. Of Cradle's Graces, excuse me.
Don't be so sad about still being a good girl. It's a really hard habit to break. I'm the real fool, though. I saw right through you, and it worked on me just the same. I completely fell for it. Oh, we're almost there. Let's be careful, okay? The slim tower, the tallest on the moon, ends in a point, and suspended above is the overpowering gravity well, claiming humanity's spot on the moon, a saved seat in the cosmos. It'll fall inert to the surface when culture has so fully rooted in the moon that the planet will produce a true human gravity. Then, this body will be no longer Luna, but fully and truly the moon, just as Terra became Earth when humanity was born there. Yet, the gravity well can also be the seed of possibility. It doesn't have any preconceptions about what humans can be or should be. There's still time. Begin full output. Resonance handshake seeking.
Acknowledged. Handshake received. Oscillating, rotating, responding. I am trying to seduce you, though.
Endpoint reached. Synchronization complete. Aligned rotations.
Acceleration high, still acceptable. I just don't understand how you can be this strong and amazing and still waste it on all of them.
Tidal resonance achieved. Brace for resonance feedback. So tell me, why do you waste so much of your time pestering pilots like Lunaterra and me?
Tidal resonance far beyond predicted levels. Begin bracing. Hold the course steady for insertion. That's dodging the question.
Waves crashing. Intensifying resistive force. It's not. You're not really any different. You care what happens to everyone in space, too.
Even fools like us deserve a chance at what they want. The part that makes me angry is how they won't just take what they want. If Earth has abandoned us, why go through so much trouble to reconcile with them? Resistance is incredible. The core's hypersuspension is refusing to decouple.
Maximum output, bending space, culture, time, dilating possibility. Leaving humanity behind out of spite just to prove how much you don't care about them makes it sound like you maybe actually do care about others. But it is really cute how you're trying.
I am loyal to us. That's all. The space orphans, the lab girls, and fuck everyone else. No love lost, none owed to anyone else. That's what I'm the leader of. Beginning insertion. Breaking first through 50th seals. I want to break up. If humanity wants us back, they should come crawling and beg us to forgive them. You of all people shouldn't be the one saving them.
Rapid destabilization. Action needed. Are you really okay with all of us living in space having a chance at that future, but no one on Earth? I, of all people, know what it would be like to never have that.
Breaking seals 50 through 1000. Requesting overload bypass permission. I'm not a good and noble person. My heart's not big enough. Tempting again. Fine. Here's a real secret just for you, okay? Since you told me yours, I would never forgive the world. But if my master plan doesn't work, I'd follow you wherever.
It wasn't my secret. Bracing. Gravitational output maximum. Thank you. Really, Saturn. I wouldn't have had this much fun without you. Thanks for giving me room in your heart.
Less dramatic status updates that sound like you're gonna die. Core pierced. Heavy damage to upper arm. Insertion activating. Sustained damage increasing. Holding until countdown begins. For being so stubborn, even so, you make me falter just a bit. Just a little. I can't be that invincible. I'm just a little lab brat. Reaction confirmed. Are you ready? For everything?
Saturn. Confirm rush limit escape.
Negative. It's messing up the math. Calculations keep changing.
Immediate escape is necessary before the micro black hole is formed.
Can't. Calculating.
Focus on my voice. It's not time for you to join the inverse yet. Gravity, like a warm embrace, and not just mine, wants you here. Back to your home and mine.
I almost... All the equipment is destroyed. Both of them are badly damaged, but they're not dead, and the tiny black speck pulsing within the containment field. A strange gravity washes over the moon, and many things are possible. A leveled playing field, a new playground.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
Well then, I'm quite impressed.
You don't even sound surprised. With how much I fucked everything up. I thought I'd get to see you surprised for once. If you had this much faith in me, you shouldn't have got so mad.
I wouldn't be respecting you very much if I wasn't prepared with contingency plans. But I'm delighted to not need them.
Haha. I thought so. I used to think you knew everything.
Oh, good to see you're understanding the fallibility of your superiors.
Now I understand it's because you just don't have any experience not getting what you want. And you always are sure deep down it'll turn out for you.
You wound me. I'm no stranger to not getting what I want. The world would be a very different place if I did.
No, Yapdov. Not even close. You've never even come close to not getting what you want, like I have.
Forgive me then. If you put it like that, I'm certainly much closer than you, but that's the reason for this arrangement, of course. You will all get the bodies you wanted so much.
And Earth will have the villain it desires.
So you are that clever. What of it? It's still a mutually beneficial scenario. You and humanity will be so different from each other that you could not possibly understand or communicate with each other. Both sides can fight with abandon until end of time and never hurt those they love. You'll have yours, we'll have ours. If you have the will to abandon your own humanity, then abandoning the rest of the human race who never cared for you in the slightest should be trivial.
You don't know how relieved that makes me to hear. You really don't understand. Whether it's spite or love. No way I'm not sharing this gift.
Hey, do you guess what ending we got?
Yeah, shut up, bitch.
The fleets crash ship self against ship self. In the shadow of the gravity well, none of it is visible from Earth. A quiet conflict, not a war, as has been stressed. It's more like a very pointed argument. It could be a conversation if only they understood each other, and sometimes they do. It could be kissing if they loved each other, and sometimes they do. With the gravity well open, unrestrained, they fight weightlessly, under the full weight of their own gravity alone, a truer way to fight than anyone has ever experienced before. To fight with one's own self, and the full weight of one's gravity, and the hollow weight of inverse is the only time this will be possible, our true power unrestrained. Celestial mechanics simply takes advantage when no one else is looking. Celestial mechanics made no plans to win. After all, there's no way to win in this sort of conflict. The winner only has to prove a point. The way that Celestial mechanics accomplishes this is simple. True to themselves, without the weight of gravity tying them to Earth, tying them to orbit, holding them in their human forms, what happens next is the natural result, and that's what proves their point. It isn't immediately clear anything is wrong. It happens naturally as a consequence of truly unrestrained conflict. each one climbing to the top, seeing how far their limits are, and realizing suddenly there aren't any. When the first pilot sends her reactor's limits past the theoretically possible range, her reactor everts, and what only existed deep inside is now the face she wears. A perfect, unbelievably true self, so true that it cannot exist even in orbit. Until she's joined by another and another. In unison, their gravity holds them together.
So, some of you
There he
may be
is.
wondering why his face is blurred and mosaic like that. The makers of this game wanted to make sure, no matter how they designed Iapetus, that no one would find him hot. And
No
so
one
the
would
only
want to fuck
solution
him.
is make sure you can't fucking see his face. They really want you to get through your skull. This dude sucks.
Unfuckable.
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 Good job, Saturn. It's exactly how I imagined. Not having second thoughts, are you? It's everything you wanted. And it'll be good for Earth as well. Your infection of the gravity well is perfect. And you'll successfully fuse with your ship self, just like you wanted. It's for our happiness, too, of course. Humans will get to live as humans, aliens as aliens. As enemies mutually agreed upon, with no possibility of communication or reconciliation. No conflict or guilt on our own sides. Humanity shouldn't externalize all of their problems, but I think we can still manage progression with most of them. With your hands already sunk into the gravity well, I should tell you it's technically too late. Things will take care of themselves from here. Thanks to your actions, I've had more than enough time to prepare for re-entry. Not Mickey. Fuck. God damn it. Fuck. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
mosaic like this is fitting for this kind of dickhead. I knew it would be that easy for you to ditch me.
Not
Ditch
so.
us.
I still find you all so fascinating. Living such beautiful lives. I have regrets, of course, but I have a real world to get back to.
I'm not having regrets either. I'm only mad about how much you're underestimating me. Because you think I'm satisfied only getting what I want. Not greedy enough for more.
You did say that in an earlier scene. What the fuck? That? I didn't touch anything.
Oh.
Oh,
9 Richmond results?
I think so. Oh, there we go. It's the breaks open our circuits is what I skipped. My bad. I'm sorry, Sam. And move back to the aversion.
And the aversion starts immediately. She can feel the gravity well pulling her inside out. The secret within humans to be pulled to the fore. She needs it, but not just yet.
I wonder what it is you think you can do at this point. You've already conceded. Unless you're hoping for some reconciliation between humanity and the alien. Which is, by definition, impossible.
It must not be too impossible, or you wouldn't be training all your weapons on me.
Well, I am impressed. I finally have no idea what it is that you're doing. But just because I don't understand, it doesn't mean I'm not going to prevent it. You have no understanding of what the violence of actual combat is like under Earth's authority. Iapetus's Rendezvous Terra is equipped with
You didn't even
certain-
get to see it.
Huh? Yeah.
Fuck you. You didn't even get to see it.
You can't even see it. This
can't even
man
see
is
the mech. You
unfuckable.
can't
His
fuck this
mech
mech.
is unfuckable. His,
Good job here looking like a space invader.
his stance, whack.
Bitch. Nasty.
Saturn, she's tight as fuck.
Disgusting.
Is equipped with certain features that allow it to divide and categorize. It's an abstract ability with a lot of applications, sophisticated and sinister, and the warrant of Earth itself behind it.
Oh, so Lunaterra figures the best solution is to just shoot him alive. It's honestly a very good solution.
Yamadis buckles. You can continue. No.
Okay. Yamadis buckles, and whatever thing he thought he was doing, he isn't. Easy.
That's because the hard part is coming next.
Promise?
You say that now. But thanks for going along, even though I didn't tell you anything.
Wait, what's Fresh Tendrils about to say? Wait, for what? What's the question? What's the statement? Don't hurry, I'm gonna click spacebar and continue.
No.
Fuck! You're right! Shit! God damn it! You can't get fucked.
Can't get fucked.
Tossing my hat in the ground and stomping on it.
I know how to make the best of a bad ending.
Hey, it's not anything worse than whatever you had planned. Probably. So help me make it the best bad end we can find.
Pay attention or die. The intent is lethal and simple, but the weight isn't heavy enough to kill.
The string of pearls tears a hot pink scar through space-time. His bullets can go there. If you can come close enough to talk to me, you can come close enough to kill me. But I don't want either. I want to never see or know you throughout space and time.
Indeed, so complete the transition. If you remain human, you'll die. I can ensure it. The autonomous military units come to his aid, but their sensors are off, their movements are slow. Human gravity is losing its authority here, and their tools are useless.
I could seriously really use a little bit of help here.
Well, if you're actually asking. Pluto unfolds the rhythm. She decodes the sequence. Plates shift, engines hum. Her eyes open. So she opens her eye, her other biggest eye, big enough to swallow it whole, and then she blinks and swallows. She has hungry eyes. Pluto's hands hold Saturn's tightly. Thought you promised me no bad endings.
That's what I'm trying.
Might really be working. This already feels too good. I really know what you mean now. Do you have an answer?
I'm sort of counting on you for it.
You think I know how to find the good future in all of this?
Well, you're a good person. I need you to be the one not just thinking just about us, but the humans left behind, too.
You think you wouldn't? I think you think too much of me and too little of yourself. Iapetus has an answer. This story ends when the weapon that is designed to kill without exception, or designed without exception to kill, does so, and forces a choice between one of two sides. Human or alien, two distinct and incompatible worlds. The mathematical model needs to be perfect. It needs to allow for exchanges of matter, light, information without allowing for understanding or communication. This is an extremely easy calculation to create. It's the oldest narrative there is. It's the one that Earth has told again and again and again. Iapetus has an extensive library to draw from, starting from the first moment humans separated light from dark. There is a way, and fuck off with this, we don't want it.
Saturn throws that narration out. Why should it work like that? Why not make up something different? Who says physics work this way? Who says the calculations turn out that way? Iapetus wants us to take the fall, for everyone, for the Earth, for us to scapegoat each other. I hate that. If our cores collapse, a world where everything is possible arises, and at the same time, we will have closed off all the possibilities that make us human. The existential threat we always feared and hoped to unite us will be real, and they will finally have a real war. I want all of that, but I just want to add a little teeny bit extra to it. The Iapetus wants us to reduce the only information it will be possible to exchange between us to violence.
But you want something different to be exchanged.
So that we can't hurt each other, but we can... something else with each other?
It'll have to be very small, very imprecise.
At least it'll be something different, you know?
There's no chance of going back to being human.
Not zero chance, although we won't even remember what being human is, so it's pretty low, I guess.
Good enough for me. Let's hope it's good enough for us all.
There's no limit to how big we can get. Size is a funny dream. It's relative, it doesn't have to matter anymore. It can be set like any other variable. As the gravity well draws matter towards it, and even light, it emits a not energy, a not light that can perfectly make up a body just as well as all that. Big enough to be equal to the Earth. Big and close enough to compete with the moon. To anchor in space and time equal division between us. To be a new and separate world. The autonomous units are single vectors, prepared for human violence, and we can't be cheated like that anymore. Only sad humans can have their gravitational impression in the universe terminated by the extinguishing of their bodies. They'll have to fight us on our terms if they want to get rid of us now. The way humans should fight, with no fear of ending.
Consequences will be unimaginable. We aren't going to have cells or consciousnesses like we're used to having. That's what it means to give up humanity. We won't know who we are, and we might not understand or grasp each other anymore.
That's true. You might not know how true that is, it's so true. The final mystery of what is human, what is alien, ever shifting through all ground claimed by humans lost. Humans have a lot. We'd only be able to imagine what it was like to be them.
Hey, it's not all that bad though. Don't overestimate the human race. Do the math. If we lose how humans love each other, do you think there's a way to love each other that humans don't know yet? Do they really know every way there is to touch and know each other? Or is there still much more to learn too? Maybe we're only scratching the surface. There are many, many routes. We won't understand each other in the same ways, but we'll understand each other in ways we never could. We will now write a new story with our gravity, a new world. As we leave the level existence he insists on engaging us at, our tides push back, and Earth's tides, which no longer bind us, insist on him. What are you doing, hypocrite? You want to fight in the realm of heaven? Your place is on Earth. That's only to wonder at now. The story's ending twists. We are far away, another space and time. Watch us in the sky, but never touch. Till you find your answer on Earth, you'll never touch heaven. You know, no matter how bad you are at being human, there's no other way to be. It's really disappointing, but it's simply true. We can't just think in any other terms. You can say you want to not be human, but can you actually make it happen? Forget even how to logistically, technically, philosophically make it happen. How do you blueprint it in the first place? Every time we try to imagine an alien, in the end it's just ourselves from a different angle, because all we have are human things. So the ambition to assemble them in an order that's alien to us is kind of inherently doomed. But that doesn't mean it's useless. Imagining that which is human, that humans are not. When I say I don't want to be human, what I really mean is I can't stand being human like this. Emphasis on the like this. What I want instead is to be human like that. That was the beginning of the space dream. Everyone in the Memorial Foundation felt that way when they sent us here. Excuse me. And everyone on Earth who believed in us felt the same way. Let's be more human. How much more human can we be? That faith waned, maybe because they were jealous. Yet, maybe also because the direction we were taking the future wasn't enough. Just another human that they didn't want to be. Or a sort of human that they're scared of being. I don't owe them anything, but there's one more thing I can't stand. Not being seen for what I am. So, choose to come with us, or choose to stay. But I won't be happy without them knowing what they're missing out on. Look up in the sky and see all the weird stuff we get to do with each other. And come join. Reactor collapse, eversion event. The impulse, always deep and always lurking, to turn inside out. Everything is reversed, nothing is the same. Giving up everything that isn't real for everything that is. So now that they can't touch each other, can't lie in bed with each other, can't get legs entangled with each other. Instead, they have ways of physically interfacing that aren't like anything we could imagine. Clouds of particles drift into each other. Maybe they touch through each other instead of just on the surface. It can be in a cold and gentle way, like through a ghost, or maybe a warm and gross way, like reaching into guts. Smiles communicated in a physical light, an embrace of psychedelic mind matter, lazy sex in a morning bed, except the bed is curvature of space-time and sex is something so obscene it would make your mind implode to consider it. The ship self is fused to the hide, the gravity reactor to the flesh, because humans have sciences to distinguish the differences between those things, and these new aliens don't. They won't have arts or sciences. They won't know the differences they are, and they won't know what they mean. But they will understand the difference between many other kinds of things that we do not understand. A real hero would have turned out differently, but that's not who we are. Our ships have mouths now, and they open, and they can scream. There can be sound in space. Now our vibrations can touch the things that aren't there. Humans know it's time to flee. The threat from within is now without, as they desire. The moon is no longer hospitable, as alien and mysterious as it was long before it was possible to reach it. Can't speak or write. Has other ways of communicating information. Can't use the old senses. Has new organs for it now. Can't love in the old ways. There are new ways of having that too. Laying together in the stars, we can do that though. The metaphor translates. That's what this is, indisputably. And everyone is invited who wants to become a world and never touch Earth. That's a different world now. Their strange intimacy can touch us even now, longing to teach us and tell us what they've learned, what they share, laughing without laughing with each other even now. They are so far away they cannot even be our enemies, but they will break our hearts.
Unless you want someone else to take it, Otter.
I can keep going. It's a lovely night tonight. Perfect, not for stargazing because the light of the trinary system outshines them by far, but it's a perfect night to watch the three of them. Look, there's Lunaterra, the 2-in-1, rising almost full.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hey.
She almost outshines the moon, a bridge between the Earth and the moon no one can cross. The nebula cloud of Pluto is a shimmering, benevolent mystery, swallowing an eighth of the sky in a permanent sort of twilight.
How I'm trying to be.
And the glittering twinkle of Saturn that tricks the edge of your sight this way and that, always seeming to be in the corner of your eye, but hard to see directly and making the boundaries of your heart and mind ever so thin. We lay out our blankets and watch until someone catches us, and we run, but it's all fun and games until that day comes. They're waiting for us always. They just need 1 or 3 to reach out to them again, even if it's just to fight, to touch them once again.
Wow, we did the ending.
Heaven was ours.
Wow, we did it. We won.
This was our first ending. So it looks like every route's going to be about 2 streams. I was worried this might be longer. Hey, look at all these people.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Some of these names all look familiar, huh? And us? And us?
Wow.
And us.
And us.
So, any thoughts from our chat, especially from the co-host on this, our first route, on any questions about it? The debriefing. Oh, is it?
Wow.
Actually, I don't want us to get into why yet, but Nate and Otter, do you two have a favorite ending?
It's been a hot minute since I've seen all 3 of them, so I'll let you know at the end.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I remember this one the most clearly. I kind of remember one of the other ones, but not the third one.
Ironically, while this is my first this was the ending I got the first time I played. The ending that gets me the most emotional is the Cradle's Graces, but my favorite is probably the Memorial Foundation one. But I guess we'll see. Hey, that's gonna be great when I have to read out all of the stuff that gets me emotional about the Cradle's Graces one. Huh?
That sounds funny.
Yeah. That's we love seeing Adelaide be an emotional wreck. They're all good endings. Or, I guess, Koji Roll, you could say they're all the best of a bad ending, really. So, next Monday, we'll be doing another route, and I bet you're all wondering which one. I don't know. The honest answer is I'm going to put a poll on Twitter like last time, and you're going to vote if you want the next main character of Twitter to be, Nate as Lunaterra, if he's going to do this, or me as Pluto. And regardless of who, I have written down all of the choices we've made as we go through the game. So anytime we get to a scene between the same 2 characters, we're going to choose the opposite. So next route is the last one, and we actually have a choice on what scenes we're seeing. After that, the last route is fully set in stone. We'll be taking every choice that we haven't done in that one. So there's that. I'm gonna be streaming probably later this week to do more Silent Hill 3. You know what's funny? I was debating calling the first stream of that The Illusion of Choice. So, yes. Presumably me and Nate will be doing Silent Hill 3 later on in the week. Nate, Otter, anything y'all want to say before we bid our delightful viewers good night?
Not particularly.
Saturn's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Saturn's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. Unfortunately, the writer of this game, AVB, is not streaming just yet. She streams like 5 minutes, and I don't feel like sitting here 5 minutes just to rate her. So I'm gonna end it here. Thank you, thank really everyone who shows up for these. It's a delight, and more people than I expect. All right, good night, y'all.
Good night.